I am Irene Tyson.
What is the best thing about being an artist?
It is letting me be me. I'm not restricted to a normal job. I relax, I paint, I get up in the middle of the night, I paint throughout the day. Whenever it hits me, I'm able to express myself. And I like that because being an artist, I get to share my dreams, my history, my life and my family life growing up on a farm with other people. And from over the past 20 years that I've been selling my work professionally, I've really been able to connect with people. They connect with me through my art. So I really enjoy it a lot, and it's, it's expressing yourself and not being ashamed to express yourself and to share your work and to share your dreams and to share your lives with somebody else.
What inspires you to do art?
Oh my gosh, my history. I'm Gullah. We grew up on a rural farm in South Carolina. My parents spoke the Gullah language, and the stories that came from my mother and father was inspiring. And you see a lot of that in many of my paintings. So it's the history of the people. They had little to work with, but they were strong people. And I want to paint them. I want to share them. I want to let you know what it's like to live in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s as a black person in rural areas of South Carolina.
At what point in your life did you know art was your passion?
Oh my God. Sitting there watching my mom after she come out of the cotton field, tired, and she just sat down with a pencil and a paper and she just began to sketch what she felt. And I, being 6 years old, was right at her feet. And from that moment, I knew that was what I wanted to do. And each time I went to school and there was some new project I was working on in the first, second, and third grade, right home to my mom, she was always saying, "Oh my God, that's beautiful." Always encouraging me, always inspiring me to do it. And I just fell in love with it because she was an artist, and it fell on me that I would inherit those same qualities that she had in being an artist.
How has art affected you personally?
When you become an artist and go into it full time, you realize that money don't flow the way it would have flown in a normal job. So you have to budget, you have to do without, and you really have to love doing what you do to continue to be an artist. It's affected me financially, but it has enriched me so much that I'm able to create and share my life, share my thoughts, share my dreams, share my passion with other people. It's a blessing because I get to connect with thousands of people within a year that walks by and see my work, and some purchase it, but they're always telling me I can connect with that. That brings back memories. I remember that. I heard a story about that. And you see people, inspirational. One story I want to tell is that when I was in a gallery in Savannah, Georgia, this lady and her husband walked into the gallery. I had owned a small little gallery in City Market in Savannah, Georgia. And she walked into my gallery, she looked around, and then she just burst into tears. And I said, "Oh my God, what's wrong?" And she says, "Oh my God, your painting makes me so happy. I'm crying because I'm happy." And that really inspired me to know that I can bring out such emotions in people through my work.
How do you describe your art?
I describe it as, first of all, not just the literary terms for it, but I describe it as passion. That's the way I describe it. It's being able to live your life through your art. It's dreams and stories and just ordinary people doing extraordinary things. It might be simple. In my work, you see simplicity. You don't see all the realism and things like that in regular old art. But what you see in my art is simplicity. A simple person doing simple duties on a farm or carrying on their lives fishing to feed their family. It just lets you know what the rural people of South Carolina at that time in the 40s, 50s, and 60s had to go through to live their life. And I try to explain that on my canvas. And to go further back, I take it back a little further to the stories that my parents told me. And I try to express what the black person went through, the struggles, the hardship, but yet still emerge a strong people and a strong culture from all that hardship that they went through to survive and to look for a better day for their kids. And I don't want that forgotten, that we had that struggle, that we didn't have much to work with, but we were such a blessed people that we were a strong people. And I look back at the Gullah Nation now, it's still going strong. The language was once dying, but now it has revived. And people have taken notice of our language and has encouraged us to continue to speak the Gullah language.
What advice would you have for anyone that believes they can't do art?
There's art in everybody. You express it in different ways. It don't have to look like my work. But if you pick up a pen and a pencil and just start doodling, that's art. You have it in you. Create what makes you feel comfortable. Don't try to be like nobody else, because you're unique. Your art is unique. And that's what I always tell people. Do what you feel, what's in you, to bring out the best in you. Your art is unique no matter how it looks.
What advice do you have for aspiring artists?
Don't give up. The road is hard, but if you want it, you can achieve it. Continue on. Put your work out there. Submit, submit, submit. I don't care how many times you get turned down, do it all over again. If you stick with it long enough, it'll pay off in the long run.
Thank you.
Irene Tyson at yahoo.com. It's spelled IRENE_Tyson, TISON, at yahoo.com.
I am Irene Tyson.